I'm Michelle and this is Michmash. Today is September 30th, so I'm doing my September wrap-up, but I only read 3 things in September, sadly. So I did a book review on 2 of those books, so I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. So I'm going to combine it with a Friday Reads or Currently Reading video. So to quickly wrap up what I read in September, I first read The Virgin Suicides by Eugenides. And I did a book review video of the book and the movie, which I will link up here. And go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But I really liked this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I found the language super descriptive, super beautiful, and the book as a whole kind of creepy and sad, but very enjoyable somehow. So I really recommend reading that one. Plus it's quite quick, so it was a great book. Next I read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, and I also did a book review of this one. I will link that as well below and in the cards. And this is quite a chunky book. Although it is quite quick to read, it's still quite long, so this slowed me down a little bit. Plus, I am still in the middle of a couple other books that I haven't finished yet, so I just kind of got bogged down a little bit in my reading this month, and I just wasn't really getting anything done, but that's okay. For Tree Grows in Brooklyn, I really loved it. Definitely 5 stars. That was a reread for me, my second time reading it, and it's one I want to continue reading. Not every year, but like every few years for the rest of my life probably, and definitely one I'll pass on to my future children. So again, really recommend that book. And then the last book I read in September was Behold the Dreamers by Mbue. And I literally just finished this this morning. And this is quite good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I started reading this book in my Try the Chapter vlog, and this is the one I chose to read first out of that video. And I was super excited when I first started this. It was super easy to read, just really smooth writing, very engaging right off the bat. And I really enjoyed the book, but I found the last third, it did seem to drag a little bit. So first I'll tell you about the book. I might do a review of this book, I haven't quite decided yet, but basically it's the story of this immigrant family from Cameroon that come to New York City and are struggling to make it. And they still are waiting to get their papers and become citizens. And it is just quite a struggle for them to survive. And the dad gets a job as a chauffeur for a rich man in New York, and their families interact quite a bit, and it's quite interesting to see this wealthy white family that are American and this poor African family that are not American but would do anything to be American. And the white people, you know, sometimes they can take it for granted, all the freedoms and opportunities that they have. And this African family can see this, but they can't do anything about it. And there's a conversation of, is it worth it? Is being American worth it? And is it worth it to leave everything you know to move to another country? So it was really interesting. I just found that the ending kind of dragged on a bit for me. So I docked it down to 4 stars, but really liked this a lot, and it's really interesting. I think especially if you're an American, but anyone in the Western society, really good to read, just to see how other people struggle to get what you may take for granted. So that's all I read in September, so since I just finished that, I am going to start Names for the Sea by Sarah Moss next. This is another one I had started in my Try a Chapter vlog. This is about a family that moves to Iceland. Another family moving to another country, but I think there's a little bit less struggle in this one. I think it's just about the people she meets. And again, I've been to Iceland, so I love it, and I'm excited to read about that. I'm going to Whitefish, Montana this weekend, actually. We're just going for a very quick weekend, but it's Oktoberfest there, and and some of my friends are going, so we decided to join them. And so we're leaving in a couple hours. I downloaded a couple audiobooks for us to listen to. I'm not sure which ones my boyfriend Ian will want to listen to, but I got a biography of Jon Stewart, who he used to watch daily. That's called The Angry Optimist by Lisa Rogak. So that could be an interesting one. I also got a couple others, so we'll see what we end up reading, but there's that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning to read next. I might do a little bit of filming over the weekend. I'm not sure yet if there'll be much to film, but it could be kind of fun. It's something a little bit different that we're doing this weekend, so that should be good. And yeah, I'm filming a couple other videos before we leave today, so hopefully those will go up this coming week. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, and I will see you again later. Thanks for watching.